and welcome into Getting Help from Uncle Sam. We're very fortunate in the state of Alabama. We have the Alabama Department of Senior Services. And you know, what we're finding out more and more, grandparents are becoming not the caretakers, they're almost becoming the parents of their grandchildren for a number of reasons. We have with us today Jean Brown. You are the Commissioner of the Alabama Department of Senior Services. And kudos to you. You guys address that need in the state because we're seeing it more and more, aren't we?
Thank you, Jack, and thank you for the opportunity
Great.
to be here this morning. In my opinion, these are our unsung heroes,
Yes.
grandparents, and other family caregivers who, when the need and the requirement arises, they step up and they take over the care of their grandchildren. And we know this was probably not in their life plan. A lot of people were looking forward to retirement and doing what they wanted to do, less financial strain.
Sure.
But yet they step up. And so at the Department of Senior Services, we wanted to provide a roadmap to help people, grandparents or family caregivers, who take on that essential role of raising these children. And so we have prepared this document, this handbook. It's called a roadmap for grandparents and other family caregivers. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about
Good.
that.
Please.
You know, things have changed. An example would be when I raised my children, the instruction we were given when it was time to put them to sleep was put them on their stomachs. Do not put them on their backs. Well, a generation later, that advice is exactly the opposite. Now you are supposed to put them on on their backs. And so just because you've raised children does not mean that the advice is still the same.
That you understand, yeah.
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 And so we just offer lots of help in here. We tell about ways to insure the grandchildren, whether it might be Medicaid or all kids.
Okay.
We have an immunization chart at the
Now,
back.
did these grandparents become the legal guardians of these people?
Well, some do.
But at the same time, because you could be the grandparents raising the grandchildren, and the children's parents could still, to an extent, be in the picture. Is that right?
Right. There are informal arrangements and formal.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So we address all of that.
Okay.
And we have the Poison Control Center, because we all know young children can get into things.
Yes. Yes.
You turn your eye, you blink your eye, and you might need help. We've got suicide prevention, just all kinds of help so that grandparents don't have to just start from scratch. We do our best to help them.
Right. Yeah, we all hear the adage, nice thing about being a grandparent is you can play with those kids and send them back.
Right.
Well, in this case, you're going to play with those kids and you're going to keep them.
Right.
They're going to be in your care.
You're going to educate them, you're going to clothe them, you're going to feed them.
Right.
It's just not the role that so many people had ever thought they would be doing, but there might be military service, there might be a death in the family. There are just multiple ways that senior adults can find themselves thrust into this role.
And has this become a mandatory thing, like the courts said you've got to do this, or is it a kind of like a volunteer thing where the parents of the children say, I just can't handle this anymore?
Well, the Department of Human Resources always
Right.
works to find the best solution when the parent cannot fulfill their duties. So it's a case of the grandparents saying, we'll do it.
Yeah, they're going to step up. Well, you know,
Yes.
it's having been I've got 9 grandchildren, and it's always a pleasure to be able to do something with our grandchildren. And at the same time, if needed be, I wouldn't have any doubt in my mind that I would just say, okay, we've got you, and we'll take care of you.
Right.
Yeah.
And these people are our heroes, and we want to do everything we can to help them.
Good. So the book is one way.
Right.
You can get the book. Are there going to be like seminars that they can attend along the way through the Alabama Department of Senior Services?
Well, we don't currently have
workshops?
anything planned at Senior Services, but what people can do, if you need help or just have questions, you can call the age line number.
Okay,
Tell
which
us-
is 1-800-AGE-LINE.
Tell us where you live,
Mm-hmm.
and then we will connect you with your local area agency on aging, and they can direct
Okay.
you to the CARES coordinator for that agency.
Mm-hmm. And they can take care of all that problem.
Right, when we provide education, there is respite care available, and they can tell you all the ways that they can provide help.
Good. Well, thank you so much for what you're doing. And
Thank
just
you.
remember, we're here when anything that's happening that can affect seniors, let us know.
Thank
and we're
you
here
so
for
much.
that.
My pleasure.
And just remember, it's 1-800-AGE-LINE. That's the line you should keep handy. They can take care of all kinds of different questions you may have, especially as you're growing a little bit older. And we'll be right back right after this.